We are farmers. Bum, ba, bum, 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 bum.
Well, hello, I'm District Manager Dave Gamble with Farmers Insurance, and I'm so happy to have Pepper Hu back with me to have a short conversation about business practices in her agency. You might have recalled we interviewed Pepper not too long ago, and Pepper's a new agency owner out in the great city of Walnut, California, and runs a pretty good-sized agency out there. And so, Pepper, welcome back.
Hi, Dave. Hi, everybody.
Thank you so much. Let me switch gears and let me check on my staff. You know, you've just completed a whole onboarding cycle as you've started your agency, getting your own staff up to speed. You know, one of the things that I talk about a lot, as you know, with new agents is the importance of staffing. And I think I've hit upon most of the topics that you're talking about. Tell me, you know, as you've interacted with my staff, are you finding the same thing? Do you feel like they're appreciated and they want to help you? And if you could elaborate on some of that, that'd be great.
Yes, of course. It's actually, I appreciate too having all your staff helping me. They are really good helper to my business. I will say I cannot be here. I cannot do what I'm doing right now without the support from your team. The team member always, I feel secured, actually. That's the word I'm going to use for having the support from your team. They help me remember things. They remind me the important points, important things I need to do as an agent. Or I'll say they're a combination of a super manager and a super assistant.
Well, that sounds pretty awesome. Is there any particular highlights that you want to share? Any particular support that you found?
Yeah, one thing I need to point out is the transaction of this acquisition. Your team gave me some good ideas how to remind the client about the agent change or how to make it smoothly and how to retain the client. I can tell, like, even though the agency owner is changed, I never losing one client because they feel uncomfortable about the agent change.
I think that is super important fact, because if we do the transition right and we communicate well to the customer, there's really no reason to lose a customer. And I'm so glad that you're experiencing that. What about in our commercial department? What's happening there? How are we supporting you there?
Yeah, I'll give Jeff a really big compliment. He's really amazing. I know a lot of cases I cannot write it down just by myself. When I first met him, he gave me some examples about how he will support me in commercial side. I was shocked. And that's the first trigger point made me want to join Farmers and join this district. I will say he's a really super support for commercial, and probably we cannot get this anywhere. Nowhere. He's the only one for commercial support.
I think you're absolutely right. And thank you for the compliment for Jeff McMillan. You know, Jeff has a very similar background to me. He was a district manager in his past with Farmers. He was an agent in his past with Farmers. He ran a commercial brokerage outside of Farmers. And then he was the commercial representative for all of Southern California to represent commercial products at Farmers. And I'm so lucky and so proud to have Jeff on our team. It is really great. So thank you for that. Let me ask you about Life and Financial Services and Mary Deckman.
Yeah, I really like Mary. I have to say, every time I talk to her, I feel so happy. Her passion always inspires me. I just started my life experience. I don't have so many professional experience, but Mary is a really great coach about life insurance. Whenever I have a case, I like to discuss with her because she gave me a lot of good ideas how to design a case suitable to the client. I recently write a index universal life, and then also a term policy with one single client. When I was talking to a client, I was only talking about the index universal life to the client. But when I discussed the case with Mary, he introduced a combination of the index universal life and the term policy, because in this way, we can generate cash flow for the client by having index universal life, but they also need a large amount that's benefit in this age to protect their family, to replace their income, and then also pay the mortgage if the income driver of this household is passed away. So in this way, we design the case, the client's really happy about it. He feel like we really take care of his needs, and then think about his situations, give them the suitable advice So we got this 2 kids done just because Mary gave me the advice for how to design this.
Well, that's great feedback. And I'll share a little bit more about Mary. I've known Mary for close to 16 years, the tenure of my running this district operation. And for about 3/4 of that time, Mary has worked with me. But prior to working with me, Mary was very involved with one of the great district managers who brought me into this company and really supported him from a marketing support perspective in life. And Mary's just been a tremendous asset to our team. I can't thank her enough. Let me ask you more about Personal Lines and Amor Ortega.
Yeah, I would like to really say thank you to Amor. She has been amazing and available to me anytime. And she's like a dictionary of personal life to me. Whenever I have a question, she gets an answer. There's one case back to April that we just changed our guideline of homeowner policy at that day. And then before, for any high value home with a dwelling over 1 million, we need to submit for approval. But on that day, April 1st, because the global pandemic, we changed the guideline. I can just submit it for a 1 million home with no underwriting approval. But I didn't know that at that time. And I have a 1 million home to write. And I cannot go out to take pictures. I was asking Amor, hey, Amor, what can I do? She told me, hey, the underwriting guideline just updated. You can submit it with no problem, I guarantee you. And then I feel confident about what she talked about, and I just submitted. I won the case on that day. But I really appreciate that. And then that's just one of the cases she gave to me. She helped me a lot with all my writing cases.
Yeah, and that's a great compliment to Amor. Amor comes to us with a good 15 plus years of Personal Lines policy experience, which is super important for me because I want my team members to know what they're talking about and to deliver you the quality service that you deserve as a new agent. And it sounds like Amor is doing that in spades. So thank you so much, Amor. Now, we only talked about a couple of our staff here today, but I have to recognize the rest of my team as well. We have 11 team members that all work in unison to provide a great experience to our new agencies. So I thank you to our entire district team for all that you do. Pepper, closing thoughts for today.
Okay, the closing thought will be, if any of you ever want to be an agent, be a farmer's agent. If you ever want to be a farmer's agent, you should join Dave's team.
Well, I guess I couldn't have said it any better myself. That's quite a compliment, paying myself and our team there, Pepper. And again, I'll tell you, we really appreciate having you on our team. You're a wonderful new spirit on the team that helps us drive the culture of fun, entrepreneurship, and winning, and providing great service to those we're so pleased to serve. So Pepper, with that, I would wish you a great rest of your day, and we'll talk again later.
Okay, thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Pepper.
We are farmers. Bum ba dum bum 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 bum.